How's it going? How's it going? My name is Anthony Farrar Jr. It's a pleasure to be here in front of y'all. Thank you all for having me. Very thankful for one of my best friends in the entire world, Christian, for having me. Give all the glory to God just for being here on earth, still alive, alive and kicking. You smell me? So last time we spoke on the topic of fear and how your faith in the Lord can overcome however colossal that fear may be. So, because God said in his word, if you have a mustard seed of faith, it can overcome whatever fear that is. So it don't matter how big that fear is, your faith is going to overcome it, get it up out of there, right? So, to further on that, so have we ever felt like you want something and you want it, but you're like, I don't know, like I'm a little nervous about it. So whether it's you want a girl, or you want a job, or you want a car, or you want a specific career, it don't matter what it is, you want to do it, and it's been on your spirit for a while, but you're always worried about, it's like, I don't know, what if my parents don't like it? What if my friends don't like it? What if I get made fun of and I'm embarrassed? Just like how Nate Robinson must be feeling after he got slept by Jake Paul, the YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. Get out of here. Come on now. That's just gotta be what he's feeling. It was just that embarrassment and shame that you're afraid of, right? So the story of Moses goes in the book of Exodus. So Moses was born an Israelite, right? And the Israelites had been enslaved by the Egyptians for years, right? So when Moses' mother had him, she hit him for a little minute. Now I ain't gonna cap. She was holding on for a good little grip. And once he got to a certain point, it was like I can't hide him anymore. So she put him in a basket type thing. Basket type thing that she made, and put him in the sea, and it ended up in the Egyptians, and he was raised as an Egyptian. And Egyptians were the rich of the rich, right? So they were always big time praise, like they was all that in a bag of chips, like all that. So as he gets older and older, the Israelites are slaves for the Egyptians. And as he gets older and older, he just starts, it was a shift. He's like, man, this don't feel right, man. Like, you smell me like this, it doesn't feel right us treating these people this way. Has anybody ever felt something in your spirit and in your heart like, man, this isn't right? I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. I can't articulate why it is and why it feels wrong. But you just feel just like not right about it, right? That's how Moses is feeling. So one day, Moses kills one of these cats. He kills an Egyptian. He buries him. He think don't nobody know about it, and he's keeping it secret. Like he's like, all right, let me just keep that. Like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So there was one day, it was an altercation, and he goes to break it up, and he's talking about like, hey, you need to, y'all quit it, yada, whatever, right? And he's talking about punishment. So then they say, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna kill us like you kill my man? So immediately, as soon as they said it, he's like, uh-oh, I didn't realize that everybody knew about it. So he dips, flees, he's up out of there, skate, gone. And he is gone for 40 years. He goes and gets married, all that, right? So there's one day it's this cave, and there's a bush in there, and the bush is burning, right? Now, the bush is burning, but it ain't burnt. Like it's going, but you feel me? Like it's not really. It's not burning. Like if everybody knows, like if you take a leaf, you light that thing up, it's gonna burn and crumble, and it's gonna be over with. This tree, this little tree, is just not burning. It's just on fire. Like nothing's falling off. Like nothing. It's just there. So he takes a few steps forward just out of curiosity, because his mind is just blown at this point. It's like, man, what in the world is this? What's going on? So then it speaks to him. So he says, oh, what's going on? What is this? Like, oh, shit. So then he says, so it's the Lord speaking to him. He says, hey, I'm the father of Isaac. I'm the father of Jacob. I'm their father. So then he automatically just goes there. He's like, oh my goodness, this is the Lord. Oh, Jesus. Like he's bent. Like he has his head on the stone and all that. Like he's he's throwed. He's completely throwed. And so God speaks to him and says, hey, walk into the cave. These are holy grounds. Take your sandals off. He walks up in there, takes his sandals off. And so God proceeds to tell him, he says, hey, listen, you know what you were feeling all those years ago? About, those Egyptians not being treated right? You're right. I put that in your spirit. And you are going to be the one to get them up out of there. So as soon as God tells him that, Moses is like, hold up. Me? You talking about me? Right here? Nah, you can't be talking about me. Who am I? Right? So he proceeds to ask the Lord. He says, hey, Lord, who am I? Like, how do you expect me to do this? Like, how am I doing? Like, how would I do that? How will I do that? Like, in what way? And as he says that to him, God straight up ignores him. He says, man, and continues on with his, what Moses is going to do. Right? Straight up. Just like that. So you know how our parents will just be like, hey, go do this. And you're like, man, why I gotta do that, bro? Like, what I gotta do that for? They're like, man, because I said so. Just do it. Right? And then you end up doing it, or you go into whatever place it is and something magnificent happens. And you're like, man, and you really don't want to admit it to him, like, man, you was right. But really in your mind, you're like, man, she was right. You know what I'm saying? They was right. You feel me? So imagine how Moses felt, like, in that. So now mind you, he had been running for 40 plus years. Running, hiding. And then when God said, hey, listen, this is what you're meant to do. This is what I placed you here for this. And to lead these people and to bring them to me so you can serve me here on this mountain. He is just like, he's stuck, right? We have to change how we think in the presence of the Lord. When we have to when we know God is present, we have to look at that and let that change our perspective on our situation. When you know that he is present, right? So when we are thinking of the negatives and the what ifs and the embarrassment and the failures and all the negatives of it, that's got to change, because just like it says in Proverbs 3 and 5, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not on thy own understanding, because God's ways are not our ways. And so you have to just trust his word. Trust that he's going to be there with you. Trust he's going to be there for you. And just like Moses, all those things that God said he was going to do, he did. And God was with him every step of the way. Just like God has said on a multitude of ways in the good book, So when we get to feeling that way, just do it. Just do it. Just like the Nike song says, man, just do it. You know? And you got to just trust and believe that He's there with you. And there's a reason why those things are on your heart and on your spirit and on your mind. So just do it, guys. Just do it.